All right, this is Lynn with Lynn's Hangouts, and we're here tonight at Jan's Lounge in Orangevale doing our usual thing, partying down with a live music band. And I happened to run into Tracy Butler, the vocalist for Red Radio. So Tracy was gracious enough to agree to an impromptu interview. So thanks, Tracy, for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me. And I assume there's going to be an exclusive flash right across the screen. Exclusive. I would only do this. I would only do this for you. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Now I'm very impressed. Very cool. I will have to work on the exclusive.
Yeah.
I have to get my video editor out.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny. Well, I'm looking forward to getting to know you and learning about your musical background. So let's start at the beginning. So when did you know you wanted to become a singer in a rock and roll band?
That took me a long time, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I've been singing since I was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know. I just enjoyed doing it. I didn't really think of it as a thing or even a skill set for that matter.
Okay.
So through the years, I guess I was always gravitated towards music, and all the movies that had music in them and TV shows. I wanted to go to a high school where people dance on tabletops.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Like Fame, I was like, I want to go to that high school.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I never really thought about it transitioning into anything.
Okay.
And then I got into radio right out of high school.
Wow.
And again, because I wanted to be around music.
Yeah.
And then one of the DJs I became really good friends with. I'm still friends with to this day. My uncle JD Chandler, he always kind of pushed me. He's like, you should be on the air. You should be doing. So he actually helped me get a weekend job on the air.
Nice.
And then from there, as time went on and our friendship developed, he became my improv leader. So I did improv for about 5 years.
Wow.
And then one day I handed him a tape, and I'm like, I like to sing too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so then I started auditioning for musicals.
Oh, okay.
That didn't last very long
Oh,
because
okay.
I showed up in boots and jeans, and everybody else were all dressed for the part. And I started going to these auditions, and I was like, I think I like rock music a lot better.
It's like, this isn't working for me.
Yeah, I was like, no, this isn't quite my personality.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So and then after that, I started to go, maybe I should take voice lessons.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if you had any formal lessons.
Yeah. So then I started taking voice lessons, and then I found an amazing vocal coach who's one of my best friends, Santa Christian. She's amazing.
Big shout out to her.
Yeah, big shout out. And she pretty much, after I started taking lessons from her, she and JD were the ones that kind of was like, take the boot and just get out there. Just go. Just do it.
Make the leap, huh?
Yeah.
Very cool. Aren't you glad they did that?
I know.
Sometimes it's hard in life to do that, and you just need the push.
Yeah. It was. Santa was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And actually, what was really nice about that was Santa was like, we need to do a showcase and have you do something, and JD played guitar for me.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of
wow, you cannot lose.
No.
It's like a setup, a perfect setup.
No, seriously, they were put in my path for a reason. So.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, do you think that having doing the improv and the musical theater and the plays, did that help you in your rock and roll career?
Oh, I honestly, if I hadn't done improv, I don't think I would have I don't know how to say this. Improv basically makes you not care about what people think.
Oh, okay.
You have to be
gives you the confidence.
It gives you the confidence.
Nice.
You have to completely let go of any perceptions and just run with everything.
So improv is in, man, you got to create.
You have to completely let go and feel free to be the complete idiot, make mistakes, be silly, just anything.
Right.
And I don't know if I would have had the confidence or be able to handle some of the situations that come up.
Yeah.
When you're doing live music.
Good point.
Audience,
there's some different things.
The crowd, things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have been able to handle all that if I hadn't done improv.
Oh, good for you. They say we are, what we are today is the equation of every day of our life up to that point.
Yeah.
So you learn and you use the things you've learned in the future.
Completely.
So you definitely learned and used. So.
Yeah, they were getting me ready for rock and roll.
Oh, very, very cool. Well, I was just going to say, but when it's all said and done, I take it you much prefer rock and roll.
Absolutely.
You're a rock and roll girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool.
I prefer the rock music over
Yeah, over anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it over the musicals.
Me
And
too.
I think I found the right place.
Yeah, you found your niche. That's great. Well, I'm sure you must have an interesting or funny gig story that you could share with us.
I guess the one that probably comes to mind first, and this is it's silly, but
Oh, it's okay. Good. I love funny.
I think it was in December of last year.
Okay.
And it may not seem like a big deal, but for a lead singer, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Or any musician for that matter.
Yeah.
That day I had a Christmas party at my work.
Oh, gee.
I mean, it had been a really, really long week. It was obviously around the holidays.
Yeah.
And we had a gig on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And so I had gone straight from our Christmas party to our gig.
Oh, okay.
And I was downing water like nobody's business.
Oh, okay.
I was just drinking water. And I think you probably all know where this is going. And so so I think it was the third set where I finally, and it's never happened to me. It never happened to me before. But my worst fear was realized, where I was like the middle of the set, and I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Oh no!
And there are some notes that you just don't want to attempt when you have to use.
That's hilarious.
When you use the so luckily I was okay for up until I managed okay, and then there was a song that I wasn't singing lead on, and I pretty much turned to our bass player Jeff Grenz, and I looked at him and I went,
Bye.
Can you do the backups on these, please? And he kind of goes, he looks at me, he's like, just go.
That's so funny.
I ran off the stage, took care of business, came back on, and I'm like,
all in one song.
All in one song.
That's funny.
So
I love
it was probably halfway through the song that I jumped back in. I was like,
that's great. And you could actually relax and just hit the high notes.
Yeah, I was like, I jumped back on stage and was like, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, all is good in the world.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. And I bet you every musician can relate to a story like that. That's funny.
That's out of 2.5 years, that was like the first time it's ever happened.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Great story. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love it. I can picture the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else you'd like to say to Lynn's Hangouts and to your fans?
Well, first of all, thank you to Lynn for coming out and supporting us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I thank you to all the fans for coming out, and
they're awesome.
For whether you're sitting there just hanging out and listening, whether you're dancing, whether you come up and just chat with us, we love you all, and
just enjoy live music,
man. just enjoy it, and feel free to come up and say hi. We love to meet everybody.
Love it. Yeah, you're such a good personal fan. I can see that. So very cool. Well, you know what? I hear the band starting. Let's go rock.
Let's go dance.
Let's do it. Thank you, dear.